Who are the Mobility MythBusters? Carolyn Harris.
Let's bust some myths. You can actually only use the cloud when there are clouds outside.
Jeff Cohn.
That's golden.
Jabir Rustam.
Back up. All right.
Between them, more than 10 years mobility experience. They don't just tell the myths, they put them to the test. Hey, Jeff.
Hey Carolyn, can you come in for a second?
Yeah, sure. So how was your meeting?
It was really good. I was speaking with a couple of the reps and we were talking about the J&J Cloud.
So what did they have to say?
They're saying that they really liked the episodes 1 through 5 and that we covered lots of great information, but they're unsure if they're going to be able to leverage the iPad to access the cloud when they're out in the field.
Alright, so we can take a closer look at that. That could be our next myth.
Okay, that'd be cool. What would the myth be in this case?
So the myth is that J&J Cloud files cannot be accessed from an iPad.
Okay, that sounds good. Let's get started and take a look.
Alright.
Yo, what's up?
Hey Jeff, I found this great app that allows you to access your cloud account on your iPad. I'll show you how it works. I'm going to show you how to access your cloud files on your iPad. The app that allows you to do this is called FileSync, and it can be installed from the J&J App Store. So let's navigate there. So if you haven't updated your App Store recently, it might look a little bit different than this. Just make sure that you're in your internal apps. You can see FileSync is right here. There's no cost associated with it at all. So tap Install. And you can see up here in the top left-hand corner there's a little scroll bar that's going. That means it is installing the app for you. It may just take a couple minutes. Tap Install. And you can see it's right here installing on your home screen. It should only take a minute maximum to install. Okay, here's our app. Let's open it up. So you will sign in here with your network email and password. You will only have to do this once. Once you've signed in, it'll automatically remember your information forever. Okay. Now it's just validating my account information. Okay, now tap Show SkyDrive Pro. For this part, I'm just going to turn the iPad. So you guys can see better. So now you have a couple of options. I recommend going through the tutorial. It's really great and it shows you how to use a FileSync. So I'm going to do that. Get started. Okay, so tap SkyDrive Pro to access your SkyDrive Pro files. Okay, and remember you can always tap to go forward and swipe to go back. So let's do that. Tap to go forward. So this is your content bar. It lists everything in your SkyDrive Pro. Tap the important documents folder to see what's inside. Let's do that. So here we see all the files in the important documents folder of your SkyDrive Pro. Okay, files with the double arrow icon are synced. This means they are automatically downloaded from SkyDrive Pro so you can view them without an internet connection. Files without an icon are not synced. This means that you must have an internet connection to view these files. To learn more about how to manage your files, tap Edit. Okay. So let's just tap a file here. So now you can select a file and modify it with the following options. So the sync option, this action will make the file available offline. Cloud only, this action will make the file available only with an internet connection. Move, you will be asked to select a new location for the file. Rename, you will be asked what name you would like for the file. New folder, this action will create a new folder in SkyDrive Pro. You will be asked to name the folder. And delete, this action will permanently delete the file from your SkyDrive Pro and device. This action cannot be undone. To add a file to file sync from another application, first find the arrow icon, usually located in the upper right hand corner. Then choose Open in File Sync. This action will upload a version of the file to SkyDrive Pro and list the file in your content bar. Some restrictions do apply, making certain files inappropriate for use with file sync. Now let's start the training for the document classification guide. Files that are classified as highly restricted should not be stored in SkyDrive Pro or open with file sync. To find out if your file is classified as highly restricted, tap here and select Help. Select the document classification guide to see if your file is appropriate for file sync. This guide is meant to be used as a reference whenever you are unsure about the appropriateness of the content in your document. Take a look at the highly restricted types of information. If your file contains any information described under the highly restricted section, do not use it with FileSync or SkyDrive Pro. Alright, we're almost done. Let's just take this quick quiz to make sure that we're ready to begin using FileSync. There are only 10 questions. You need to get 8 out of 10 to pass. Begin. Alright, once you pass the quiz, you can start using FileSync. Let's tap Begin. Okay, just confirm your J&J email address. It should be the same that you entered earlier. Tap Done. Okay, so just send this. Alright, I'm going to rotate back so you guys can better see the screen. Alright, so let's get started here. Tap Documents. And here you go, all of my SkyDrive files are already loaded in here. I have some examples from some earlier episodes of file folders that we set up in SkyDrive, so let's go into that. Right here I have a products folder, let's go in there. And I have a couple major lines with minor lines in folders, so let's navigate into one of these. Navigate into one of these. And let's just open this file. Okay, so here's my file. And you can see right here, now that I've tapped it, it's synced so I can view it offline. And you can see it was very quick to download, and this is a pretty heavy PDF file, so the syncing process happens very quickly. Okay, so you can tap to view this full screen. You can zoom in. Here's our products with our prices. So now you have access to everything you need right at your fingertips, right inside FileSync. Alright, so that's FileSync. What do you think, Jeff?
Okay, so that was pretty straightforward. So the original myth was that you cannot access your J&J cloud files on the iPad.
Yeah, but with the use of FileSync, we clearly show that you can access your cloud files on the iPad.
Okay, so here's an example of how I'm using FileSync right now, the J&J iCloud. I've got my folder set up here, so I'm just going to go into Accounts, and then I'm going to select the territory that I'm trying to find information for. So every day we get calls from customers. How much is the price of the 3902? well, we've got a lot of codes and it's hard to remember all that information. So I just, click on the file that's got all the pricing and it pops right up. I can, expand it, zoom in and see what the pricing is and see, what contract it belongs to and the whole bit. And well, say I want to share this, with my colleague. I can then go into actions, send the email, type in the person I'm sending it to. Anna's going to wonder why I'm sending this to her right now, but that's okay. And you can see that it actually sends it as a PDF, and it's not sending it as a link. So if the person you're sending it to doesn't have file sync, you can still share things with them. Setting up your J&J Cloud on your iPad is the easiest thing to do. It's 4 simple steps. First, you just download it from the App Store, like anything else. You sign in with your J&J email address, and then you take a short 10-question quiz on permissions and security, and then you say show my SkyDrive and it just pops up and everything that you've already inputted is there, or you can start adding files and folders right away. The great thing about FileSync is that you only have to sign in one time. That's it. And then it's always there, loaded, and it just refreshes automatically.
Nice. So we ready to call this one?
Definitely.
Busted.
Busted.
Good job.
Yeah.